Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Well, we usually see this next man running the hottest restaurants in Sydney. He still does that, but at the moment he's putting his judging pants on for your local club Perfect Plate Awards in search of the best club meal in the state. 160 dishes to try. You might need some bigger pants. Matt Moran, hello.
There he is.
Look, it's all in moderation, Amanda. You know, you don't have to go too hard. You can just,
But who's got self-control when you're facing a beautiful dish? It's very hard.
I don't have to eat the whole 160. It's the actual patrons coming in and tasting them and then scoring them and through a QR code, and then we average it out and then we get a winner. We actually get a few winners.
You started out in clubs.
Yeah, you've got a good memory.
And where was it? Bankstown RSL or somewhere like that?
Blacktown. Parramatta RSL.
Parramatta RSL. But I was reading an article and you said you just wanted to learn how to crack an egg with one hand.
That was I remember the head chef, Greg Plunkett, his name was, and I remember him saying to me, to be really good in this game, you've got to be really quick. And I saw him crack an egg with one hand, and I thought, oh my God! Well, like if I could do that one day, I'd be pretty bloody happy.
We watched you one time on MasterChef. This is years ago, and you did the chicken. You had to make a whole, instead of getting the chicken from the shop where it's all chopped up into bits,
bone it all out.
Yes,
Yep.
I've never seen anything like it.
Man, that was that should be a YouTube thing. Just you doing that. It's so quick.
Look, it's just something. I actually did a lot of butchery when I was young. So living on the farm.
Get in trouble for it.
Anything you want to confess with us, Matt?
No, because on the farm, we used to kill our own lambs, and every now and then we'd do a steer and we'd share it with locals and whatever. So I knew a little bit about butchery when I actually went into cooking, and it's one of those great things that I used to love doing down in the basement of Aria for many, many years. And I used to find it really therapeutic to sit there and just do butchery, whether it was chicken, whether it was meat, whether it was lamb, or whether it was
human
fish.
Flesh.
I know. When you say you're down in a basement doing butchery,
dreadful.
it sounds a little bit.
Yeah, well, we have got a downstairs kitchen at Aria, so it's where all the prep used to get done.
But you look how far you've come. You Parramatta, to Parramatta RSL, to where Aria, one of the world's greatest restaurants.
It's just like a big RSL, really, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I go in and get that mashed potato.
But what's interesting though is that RSL food isn't what you picture their stuff was when we ate when we were kids in RSLs. Last year's winner of this competition was a tofu dish.
It was a tofu dish, yeah. And Manu and Faz did the judging last year, or actually the faces of it, and Courtney and I are this year. And look, it's come a long way. Amanda, when I was working at Parramatta RSL, everything pretty much came out of the freezer and it was into the deep fryer. And I remember I watched that guy on the deep fryer, and I thought one day if I could get on the deep fryer, I'd be pretty happy. And he'd been there for 4 years. He wanted to get on the grill, so it was pretty basic, simple food. And I think what they've got to do these days, you've got to go with the time. So you've got to up the ante when it comes to food, and this is another a great thing to actually make them up the ante and have some decent food.
How good's the deep fryer though?
The deep fry is good. Look, and you're always going to have something deep fried. There's no question.
But not just eating from it, just running the deep fryer.
Running the deep fryer. I was at the Rockley Hotel, the pub that I own in the country, and only a few weeks ago, and some people called in sick, and I was out at the farm. I got the phone call, and I did the deep fryer for the night. Fish and chips, and
but it's so satisfying
when it works. That's still brilliant to eat too. I mean, that's, as you say, you've still got to have that in your life.
A few of the locals are a bit shocked that I'd be cooking on the deep fry, but because I was running the food out too for them, and they're like, "Oh my God, what's he doing here?"
But they would have thought they were on TV.
Yeah,
they would have thought, "Hang on, this is some sort of show."
So tell us how people themselves get involved in this, because there's stuff in there for them too, isn't it?
Yeah, so voting actually starts today. So there's about 130 clubs that are participating in the Perfect Plate. Now, if there's a couple of venues in a club, they can actually nominate more than one different dish, and people go in there, and there's QR codes, and they can eat it, and they give it a score out of 5. And then at the end of it, we sort of add it all up and divide it all, and you've got the perfect plate. But if you're actually a punter that you're going in, there's also prizes that you can win also.
When I look at the Lake Cat Eye Bowling Club, for example, you would not have imagined there would be a Nepalese goat curry there in any world.
Well, goat is one of the most eaten meats in the world. because they eat a lot of it in India and the Middle East. And Napoli's food is that sort of, they have a lot of curries. And I suspect that's going to be a pretty bloody good dish. It'd be falling off the bone. There's a bug and snapper pie. Bugs, when we say bugs, that's coming from Canterbury Hurlston Park that I remembered. And, people think straight away from America when they come out, they go, a snapper pie, yeah, I get that, but with bugs in it. But, it's actually a Moreton Bay bug or a Balmain bug.
Nice.
Bugs.
And nothing from Parramatta RSL, or is it because you left it and that was it?
Look, I'm actually heading out there today to have a bit of a look. I'm not sure what I'm going to taste today, but I'm pretty excited and hopefully it's got better than when I was there. And I don't want to say when I was there because it was quite some time ago.
Yeah. Well, I hope
See
that
him
guy
take over the deep fryer.
Yeah, I hope the guy moved on from the deep fry to. Imagine he's still there.
Wouldn't it be surprised? I hope he has. I suspect that he has.
Oh, and I dropped it in the back of the deep fry. I'll get it. Matt, it's always great to talk to you. Vote in your local club Perfect Plate Awards before July 9 for your chance to win gift cards and foodie getaways. Head to perfectplate.com.au. Matt Moran, thank you.
Guys, it's great to see you. It's been too long.